Right now on the Night Beat, his call for men to boycott Austin caught the mayor's eye and went viral. What he's saying tonight about reaction to his sexist rant.
Keeping an eye on building showers to the west. I'll let you know if these could impact you for the morning drive.
And demanding his freedom. Protesters fired up tonight and pushing for a man to be released from prison. The Night Beat starts now.
Let's get right to the rally for Greg Kelly's freedom.
We are following his case and the investigation into an alternative suspect in the sexual assault of a 4-year-old boy.
The Night Beat's Brandon Jones went to the rally at the Williamson County Courthouse where friends and family demanded Kelly's release.
Well, this rally tonight was full of emotions here. I want to show you something right now. These are supporters, and what they're telling me is that they want Kelly bonded out while he goes through the court process. We saw hugs, tears, and a lot of hope from Kelly's friends and family. The rally started with reflections on how Kelly is doing right now in prison. Then an unexpected surprise. Kelly called during the rally. The crowd chanted "Free GK." Kelly talked about his spirituality and how it's helping him get through this. Kelly, who is now 22 years old, is serving a 25-year prison sentence near Huntsville. He was convicted in 2014 of sexually assaulting a 4-year-old boy. Texas Rangers have reopened the sexual assault case that led to the conviction of Kelly and have identified the new suspect as his friend, Jonathan McCarthy.
Not going to be patient because it's not like Greg caught some sort of disease. It's not like this just happened to him. We did this to him. We put him in there, and we have a responsibility to get him out now.
Unsealed court documents filed by Kelly's attorneys state they obtained McCarty's cell phone, which showed he allegedly had photos of nude children. Now McCarty is in the Williamson County Jail on an unrelated charge. In Williamson County tonight, Brandon Jones, KVUE News, Night Beat.
And District Attorney Sean Dick is trying to find a way to move Kelly's hearing up. Originally scheduled for the first week in August, the DA says the tips are compelling enough to try to do it more quickly. The DA still has to look at the court schedule, and both sides must also make sure key witnesses are available to testify.
New tonight, Austin plans to file a lawsuit in federal court tomorrow morning over the so-called Sanctuary Cities bill. San Antonio is filing a challenge to that law tonight. SB 4 has led to several protests at the Capitol. The latest one started a scuffle after Representative Matt Rinaldi called ICE on protesters. And the state budget is on its way to Governor Greg Abbott's desk. The comptroller certified it today. Abbott says the budget has to be certified before the session can be considered over, and he can call a special session.
We're getting out, but we will start to negotiate, and we will see if we can make a deal that's fair. And if we can, that's great. And if we can't, that's fine.
The U.S. is withdrawing from the Paris Climate Accord. It will join Syria and Nicaragua as the only countries not part of that treaty. The Night Beat's Michael Perchik talked to local leaders today about their environmental goals and how this might affect them. Michael.
President Trump had promised to withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord during his campaign, a pledge he lived up to today. Now, despite the decision, local leaders say they plan to keep those environmental policies in place.
So regardless of what happens at the federal level, there is still real work and real leadership that we can do and show here in Austin.
Steve Adler, one of many mayors across the country, voicing their concerns about the president's decision.
The challenge associated with climate change is real and it is serious.
The Paris Climate Accord establishes regulations and policies to combat the threat of global climate change. Adler was in Paris at the time of the accord signing and said despite the U.S. backing out, Austin will push forward with environmentally focused plans.
This is a city that just recently significantly increased the amount of solar energy we use.
And the capital city isn't alone. Georgetown chose to go 100% renewable energy last year, something that Mayor Dale Ross says won't change despite the president's decision. Luke Metzger, the director of Environment Texas, a nonpartisan group protesting the decision outside the Capitol Thursday, says the president's reasons for backing out don't add up.
Texas is national leader for wind power. We're an emerging leader in solar power, as well as in energy efficiency. Those are all technologies and energy that we could be selling to other states, even other countries.
President Trump says the treaty hurts American jobs and lowers revenue. But Metzger argued the decision to withdraw would hurt technology and energy sectors, creating a missed opportunity to expand Texas's economic footprint.
Several Republicans, including Senators John Cornyn and Ted Cruz, say they support the president's choice. Cornyn releasing this statement saying, in part, quote, "I applaud the president's decision today as he continues to turn the page on the previous administration's job-killing regulatory agenda." I'm Michael Perchik, KVUE News Nightbeat.
And the president's decision to withdraw from the agreement is receiving mixed reactions from Washington. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer criticized the move.
It is a huge mistake, and future generations will look back on this day as one of the worst things that's happened in the 21st century.
But House Speaker Paul Ryan tweeted that the agreement, quote, would have driven up the cost of energy, especially for the middle and lower classes.
Just a few passing showers earlier today. Not so wet here in Austin. Officially just 3/100ths of an inch at the airport. Live Max Storm Doppler radar, quiet on the radar side, with temperatures ranging from low 70s in Fredericksburg to still near 80 degrees at Llano at 79. A few thunderstorms approaching the Mason area. We'll see if those can make their way in. We are also keeping an eye on some showers near Big Bend and also right around the Rio area a little bit later tonight. Those will be much lighter as they move into the hill country while most of us are sleeping. So low in chance of isolated showers the next few days. It's going to be pretty warm and humid for the weekend. Some better rain chances as we head into next week. Full forecast just a few minutes away.
Thanks, Albert. Tonight, we're waiting to learn more about the death of a former actress and beauty queen after Round Rock investigators found her dead in her home Tuesday. An autopsy is pending for Margaret Garza. According to her obituary, Garza won Miss Texas Belleza Latina in 2007 and Miss Belleza Latina International in 2008. She also appeared in AMC's The Sun, starring Pierce Brosnan, among other productions. Police and paramedics were called to her home on Mathers Mill Trail at around 6:30 a.m. Tuesday. So far, no other details have been released.
The Wimberley community is trying to help a business rebuild. People are trying to raise money for Cypress Creek Cafe, which was destroyed in a fire earlier this week. A series of benefit concerts is in the works. Tonight, a viewer tells us one is planned for late June. There's also a GoFundMe set up for the owners.
Tonight, we're hearing from the man who wrote the email to Austin Mayor Steve Adler that's now gone viral. He wrote it in response to the movie theater chain Alamo Drafthouse hosting an all-female screening of the new movie Wonder Woman. The Nightbeat's Chris Betts joins us now. And Chris, you spoke to the email writer this afternoon.
I did, Quita. In fact, first I spoke to his wife. Yes, he is married. Richard Amanduri lives in St. Louis, Missouri. But as most people now know, he had a lot to say about how we do things here in Austin, Texas. In Amanduri's letter, he wrote that he hopes men will boycott Austin, saying, quote, "The notion of a woman hero is a fine example of women's eagerness to accept the appearance of achievement without actual achievement." Mayor Adler wrote a firm response standing up for women because he told us today this email just rubbed him the wrong way. In Adler's reply, he cheekily states that surely Amanduri had been hacked by someone that was uninformed and sexist. But Amanduri assured me today he was not hacked.
I don't know that that's a response from the mayor. It may be signed by him or whose name is at the end. I don't pay any attention to it. I thought it was inappropriately sexist to bar men from a movie. I've never been to Austin.
Do you think you'll be visiting anytime soon?
No, there are many places I won't be visiting soon.
Amanduri told me he didn't know that the letter or the mayor's response went viral today. You can read Adler's response and Amanduri's letter in the story on KVUE.com. Mike, Quita.